To jump into Sergeant Popwell's grave.
I'm not jumping into anyone's grave. Got a mustache.
I know.
Big mustache, thick mustache, my mustache, your mustache. Say the word mustache. A mustache, a mustache. Now we both have said mustache, a mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache.
Fire it up.
Breaking Bad. You got him hooked on Breaking Bad?
I'm real hooked, man. Dude, I had to watch another
no.
episode before recording here.
Dog.
Skipping out and thinking about my goals and resis for the year, and I'm sitting there watching season 4, episode 1 of Breaking Bad when they
That
left me
could
with
have
a
been one of your
cliffhanger.
goals. Watch one of Max's shows that he's been begging us to watch.
I'll just watch another one when I finish this one.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Nothing else to do. It ain't ice fishing.
That's true. Oh boy. Well, all those voices you're hearing are the Muskies on Tap crew. Welcome back, everybody, to the Muskies on Tap podcast 2026, first pod of the year. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed your little break, holiday break. I know we did. We're going to recap that, and we got a lot to unpack here in this podcast, getting us back into the New Year groove. So, without further ado, let me introduce the other guys on here. I got myself, Gus Manti. I'm going to introduce none other than my brother, Max. How you doing, Max? How was your break? What'd you do? What do you want to talk about here?
Oh God. Yeah, been a bit. Mics are hot here this evening. We're ready to go. I got a lot of pent up takes. I'm sure Brian is feeling the
Pent
exact
up.
same way. Just a lot to go over here. Really busy holiday break, Did a lot. Yeah, ate a lot of cookies, watched some
Seriously.
shows. Did get out on the ice for a little bit. I guess that was, was what it was. But yeah, nice time overall during the holidays. Good time with some friends. Got to see all the family. Did a little tour day Wisconsin, around the Fox Cities and up north. So yeah, it was a good time. Um, Man, a lot to kind of recap here in the sports world, holiday world. Brian, what was going on with you? You were traveling a little bit. How was your holiday season?
Yeah.
Haven't talked to you in a bit,
Week was kind of a blur.
right?
I mean, with like both holidays in the middle of the week, it just set up weird. I was working on and off in between the holidays down in Florida with the family for like 4 or 5 days. And the night of Christmas, I think it was, about 10 p.m., just finished watching a movie. And I told my dad, I'm like, I think I'm going to go take a shit. And from then on out, floodgates were open. Thought it was food poisoning.
Oh,
Turns out
Whoa.
wasn't food poisoning.
this is new.
Yeah, I
I
was.
think I heard this from mom that you got sick a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, I was down bad for like
Jeez.
48 hours and coming out of both ends there for a little bit.
Oh,
Not a
Is
that's
good.
this
more
is
than the
this
crud bug.
different than what happened to you like a couple weeks ago when you were also super sick and had to miss the podcast?
That was in like October, I think you're thinking of.
When you were Bill Diff and then you got sick
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
you just got sick
October.
again?
Yeah, well, so that's why I was like, there ain't no way. I'm like, this is food poisoning. Telling everybody this is food poisoning. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. Meanwhile, I'm pale in the face, extremely dehydrated, and I can't stop the flow. But so
You got
then,
a fever or what?
then I finish out. No, I don't think I had a fever. I just was tight as shit. Finish it
You
out.
definitely had a fever.
Fly home Sunday, and it was either Sunday night or Monday night. My dad texts, it just hit him. I'm like, oh shit. So it was not food poisoning. So he got it, and then he got COVID. So he had both like a
Oh
flu,
my,
stomach flu, and
what did
COVID.
you do?
I don't
What
know,
if you
man. I
leave
guess
them?
Did you
just a
bring
ball of
down the
germs.
bubonic plague from
Yeah.
Wisconsin down to Florida?
Yeah, so that wasn't great. And that kind of put a damper on the whole Christmas break thing, but
Sure.
got back to work
Mm-hmm.
days, New Year's Eve, whole shebang.
But at least you got
Got
to
to
watch
watch.
Ohio State win, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that was very healing
Wait a second.
watching
oh,
watching
wait a
them
second.
trot out there. Yeah. I don't want to look. I don't want to be the guy that's like, I saw it coming. I saw it coming. But there's a few things. If you know the program, right? If you know the program like I do, we
Hmm.
lost our
Program.
offensive coordinator, went down to South
Mm,
Florida, took that job, and we're
Hmm.
left with Ryan Day, tail between his legs, ears down. He's all, he's a coward, is what he is. He's a terrible play caller.
Mm.
Our offensive line looked like they never played football. Julian Sand, who I was very happy with all year, looked just terrified, deer in headlights. I mean, if we didn't have Jeremiah Smith, we'd have gotten blown out. That guy's a stud, but he's not
Now
the
he's in
whole
the transfer
team.
portal, which is tough to see.
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? And yeah,
Just
on to
hates.
next year. All right. You can't win them
Mm.
all, can't win them every year. We did it last year. Good enough for me for, maybe another couple years, but watched that. Watched Ole Miss Georgia, one of the best games of the season. Phenomenal game. Trinidad
great game.
Chambliss balling out. He'll be fun to watch in the next round. Um, Man, there was a lot of sports I watched over break. I'm trying to think if we've missed any. I mean, NFL this past weekend, A-Rod's just barely creeping into the playoffs.
Oh, that's great.
That was a good
Great game.
watch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
quick summary of all the sports over the break.
I know. I was kind of thinking like I know we took that hiatus of the podcast, but like there wasn't much musky fishing to be talking about, but we probably could have recorded every week, but every pod would have been about sports,
Sports talk.
food, gambling,
Yeah.
just
Doesn't
Hey,
sound
this
like
is
a
uh
bad time.
this is a sports
TV
talk
shows,
podcast with a little bit of musky in there.
drinks, couple stories.
And not necessarily sports viewing, but was it yesterday? Yeah, Sunday. Keys Outdoors is back posted on YouTube, so that's always good in the middle of winter. Good to see him back on his game and excited to see more
Hmm
episodes coming out.
I was gonna post a meme on the Muskies on Tap thing, like that meme that's like, "Babe, get up, Keys is on."
9 a.m. in the morning Sunday.
I always make my fiance plop down and watch the Keys Outdoors with me. It's pretty
Why don't you
funny.
come over here and watch this with me?
Yeah, I'm about to learn something today.
from the masthead.
Uh,
Gus, how's your
That's a
break?
It was solid, a lot of family time, like you said. Fox Cities area we are down for. I got hit with the crud bug a little bit from uh, whatever, parties, this and that,
the Christmas party?
fun stuff. Christmas party that our good
No
pal
way. Maybe that's where I
Cougs put
got it.
on. Yeah, you might have gotten it too, honestly, because that was right before you left for Florida. Remember when
Yeah.
remember that text we got the day you arrived in Florida? And you're like, remember, Gus, when I said I'm probably gonna forget something?
Yeah.
And we're like, uh-oh, what'd you forget?
Yeah. And it was pretty ironic timing what I got hit with then about a day there later.
What'd you need a little bit extra of, huh?
Yeah, I forgot. I
Just
showed up
about.
with the briefs that were on me for 5 days, and that's all I had in my name. Not
Oh,
the
that was
first
too
time.
good.
Not the first time I've gone away for a weekend this year and done that. So,
Dude, packing hungover, it's a 10 out of 10. You're gonna forget
yeah,
something.
Gus watched me do that. That was not pretty.
But
Watch.
forgetting all your drawers is crazy work.
I mean, I was up sitting there on the couch, and all I see is Brian just come out of his room with a bag packed. He's like, "All right, ready to go?" And I'm like, "So you have everything?" That was like extremely
Nope.
quick.
Yeah, that was a rough
No,
morning.
Uh, so
no, that was good.
yeah, so you said you're getting into Breaking Bad.
Yes, yes, that was slightly mentioned before. Breaking Bad. Just diving into season 4. It's getting juicy. A lot's happening. A lot of characters being involved. And I know a lot more are going to come back to being involved. It's good.
Mm.
I really like it. I haven't watched a good show in a long time. Um, I know there was another one that we're going to discuss here. I don't know if Brian got to watch it. I was maybe going to do the cold open with asking if Sean Diddy Combs is a good person or not.
Yeah, I dove into the P. Diddy documentary that 50 Cent
Oh,
did.
Yeah, I
Um,
did too.
confirmed, not a good guy. Not a
Not a
good
good
guy.
guy.
No, not a good guy.
who, Fitty or Sean Combs?
No,
P. Diddy.
Sean Diddy
Yeah.
dog.
They like if you knew P. Diddy, you're either in jail, you found God, or you're dead.
Oh, that's tough.
I'll have to watch that. What's that on?
I think Netflix
Netflix,
Oh, nice. Is it old or is it like a new doc?
just
brand
dropped.
new,
Oh shit. Okay.
like 3 weeks ago, two
How
weeks
many
ago.
how many episodes?
Yeah, like
Or
4. They got a bunch of
I could
like
probably do that.
crazy behind the scenes footage, and the interviews are, I mean, it's hard to even explain. You just gotta watch it. It's
I
I'll
watched it
watch
right
it. I'll
away
watch it.
because when I heard about like the some of the footage they got, which is insane what they got, it's like
hmm
you might want to watch it before it gets taken down.
Is it
Straight
that
up.
is it that
'Cause-
bad? Damn.
I
Yeah,
mean, they like he got all this footage that I think P. Diddy was filming of himself to make like a documentary. I think like in anticipation that he was gonna come out of the other side of
Yeah.
this. And he like somehow 50 Cent got his hands on all of it, or the producers got their hands on all of it. So it's like not does not paint him in the best light. And
Yeah.
it's like him filming himself or like people in his squad filming him.
That's
they're also
crazy.
not good people. Yeah,
Hmm.
Like private conversations with his attorney and stuff, which is
Damn.
like, you know,
not good.
seems like it's kind of breaking the client attorney privilege
Yeah.
a little bit, but hey, very entertaining. So I'm
Hey,
not gonna
shout out Fitty.
poke any holes. Yeah. But yeah, no, man, we're coming into the new year. A lot of exciting stuff, headed this way for the podcast this year. I think Gus has a big announcement. I think we're gonna try to kind of continue to switch things up, keep things fresh this year. So we got a couple new ideas coming your guys' way here. I think one of them that we've kicked the can around a little bit is maybe doing some pods that are on YouTube to watch with a little bit more I don't know what you'd call it, not like educational things by any means, but maybe just fun stuff to have on YouTube so you guys can
Some
not only just
visual
listen, but
stuff. Potentially, some teaching moments and stuff where you can actually lake breakdown,
Yeah,
bait breakdown, whatever it might be, just a visual can help.
we
yeah, I
could
mean we go ahead, Gus.
incorporate. I was just saying we can incorporate a lot doing it over Zoom. It would just end up being like a, classroom look of just all of our faces on one, but you can share your screens, you can do this and that. But yeah, I think we're trying to bring this into light, just doing a couple here and there when we want to like specifically include showing baits and stuff. Like we've had bait makers on and we're sitting here staring at it. And I mean, Cripe, some of these people have shown us awesome baits where we go and buy them during the podcast because we love them so much.
That's happened.
And I'm sure that would happen with some of you out there if you get to
Yeah.
see what we've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, we've talked about, this year we got some exciting trips potentially on the docket. So doing some like pre-trip prep, incorporating some video in that too could kind of be fun as
hmm
we're going to potentially some new places this coming year. I don't know, Gus, how much you want to speak on the tournament scene for the upcoming
Oh,
year, but I think we're going to be
Just gonna
making
ask
a little
that.
bit of little bit of an adjustment in our schedule this year. So yeah, it could just be a different year, but a lot of exciting things for sure on the horizon.
Yeah, we're getting busier and busier as the years go on, but we still want to pack in as many trips as we can, and I think we'll touch on that a little bit more, the tournaments and whatnot. But we definitely need to talk about that PMTT schedule because that is causing some absolute chaos in the Facebook comments.
oh
You can
shit,
tell
dude! I
how
always
many,
forget about Facebook. I got to get in
dude,
there
you
and get the
can,
scoop.
Dude, tune in, man. You're
dude,
missing out.
yeah, come on, join the oldies and get
I'm gonna have to
Facebook
read that
again.
later.
Dude, you can tell really quickly how many people have some DUIs
Just
in the
hot
muskie
take,
community.
just
Really
rifling them
pissed
out.
going into Lake of the Woods.
I mean, I don't,
I don't think so, but it
yeah,
is
I don't, well,
pretty
I don't, blame them if that's actually the case. I mean, that could be
right.
super, I don't know. I mean, I literally, again, we are Canada rookies. So, I'm not familiar with international law.
Sounded like
Oh, you
there's
can't.
some things to get by.
So you can't get across the border with that on your record?
I should have done a lot more
Um,
research before speaking on it. I
I
didn't
don't know. There's
know.
yeah. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
very
just
sure.
everyone
We'll
go
get on
read the
a
Facebook comments.
we'll get
Comments.
on a person that fishes Canada and has a DUI, and then they can talk to us about
Yeah, for a short segment next
how their
week.
experience has been getting to and fro.
So I
Yeah.
haven't been to Canada since,
Yeah.
but
My
All right.
ass
Well, thanks for
kicked.
coming on. I did spitballing here everywhere. Since 2026, I think we already agreed in a prior pod it was going to be the year of new baits because last year's the year of no new baits.
Correct. Correct.
Correct. So
mm,
January 2nd, I caught
working
myself
on like a
staring at a wall of baits.
Oh no.
what's it
Look, I had a
do?
gift card. I had a gift card. I pulled the trigger. I grabbed myself a little bait on January 2nd. Start off the year right.
Gift card? I mean, it's free
No
money at that point. What'd you
Yeah, I
get?
was like, you know what? Part of the other problem was I have a new Wreck and Rack Traveler box, and
Nice.
doesn't sound like a problem.
all my baits are up north, and I can't leave that thing empty sitting here. I need a bait to
Sure.
play with. So I got myself a little custom, little Bass Pro Cussy glide bait, 7 inch XPS, I think they call it. It's like their Bass series. And it might be a springtime opener type bait. I don't know if it'll get thrown much after that, but
You
can't wait
bought
to
your
see the
own
action.
glide bait?
So, Brian, not to segue here too hard, but if you are looking to fill up the rest of that wrecking rack, I'm gonna let Gus introduce this exciting new partnership for Muskies on Tap that we are starting here in the year 2026.
Yes, year 2026, we are partnering up with none other than Thorn Brothers over there in Minnesota,
Shout
Ooh,
Blaine,
ooh,
out.
ooh, ooh,
Minnesota.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Shout out.
Shout out.
We're looking forward to do some collaborations with them. We got some other things on the docket other than, here on the podcast. So look out for that. We are super pumped. Great people over there. We've done a lot of business with them. We traveled to Minnesota here and there. Max is in Minnesota, not too far from the shop. So, and we've had the guys on the podcast before. We've had other people on that, frequent that shop or, are affiliated with them as well. So we are looking forward to that in the future.
Yeah, should be awesome. Hopefully, we'll get a few more guests on that, have some background at Thornton Brothers. It sounds like we might do a couple collaborated or some videos together, some shoots with
Hmm.
some crossover Muskies on Tap, Thornton Brother videos. So should be a good time. Really excited about it, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, we'll be able to. I don't know, partner up with them and do some fun things for you guys as well. So stay tuned. But yeah, good way to kick off the year for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And Brian, I know you said your Wreck and Rack box is a little empty. Come on up here, brother. You know where your baits are at.
Collecting
Yeah.
dust.
Yeah.
Collecting dust on the
Well,
wall next to all the other.
they're only dusty because ice on the lake. All right, let's be honest. Those things get thrown. Gus gonna be heartbroken when I pull those things away.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I can't wait for the
But they're not really
space
leaving. They're
to
just
be
getting put in,
freed.
in a new spot.
All right, so should we do the much anticipated review, a little self-reflection, if you will, a little review from our 2025 goals before we have our guests on here to go over what our new year's resolution and goals will be for 2026. Always good to do a little fact checking, see how we did in 2025. I did end up listening back to our episode from last year as we recap 2024. I had myself a good laugh at a couple of the um, I guess goals from 2023 to now this
Four.
year. Well, like when we were
Oh,
recapping our goals from 2023, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that would have made yes. No, yes.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
no. It would be
Time before
2024
2024. We
Because
were
in
because we were recapping
2025 we
from
were recapping.
2025.
yeah.
It's
Time is
okay.
a circle.
Dang.
It's all. All
Flat
right. What is this?
circle.
True Detective?
Um, yeah, had a good laugh. So Gus, why don't you kick us off here? Get us going. Call somebody out. Who had a goal that they either succeeded with or failed at?
Right. I'll just say it right away. I was gonna look back at some of the ones I was kind of cracking up. I got here written down for, you know what? Let's just get it out of the way right away. Brian's
Mm.
goal of catching a 36-inch muskie on a glide bait fulfilled. We
Hmm.
talked about
Ting.
that quite a bit in August,
In
which is
August,
crazy.
yep.
Not opener, not the fall, August.
That's right.
And
A lot of
and
doubters out there.
his second goal, I'm gonna hit you with this, Brian. You said with a lot of confidence that you were gonna guide Gus, myself, to a muskie. You're gonna take control of the boat, give me a break,
Mhm.
find the spot, get on the trolling motor, and then I was gonna catch one in the front of the boat and get the feeling of what it's like to be in the day, of Brian
Yeah,
Eckel.
right.
I wouldn't be in the
Right.
two hole, so I don't know what Max feels like, but
Hmm.
so what
Well,
happened there?
we'll just be completely transparent. After debriefing with Gus before we started recording, both of us totally forgot about that goal until
Right, I
now.
was supposed to
So,
remember your goal for you. That's all good.
well,
Mhm.
well, yeah. So basically, what I'm getting at is it was never attempted, never thought of,
Uh-huh. That's fair.
which I still think it's a good goal.
Mm.
You spice up the day a little bit. Could be fun to
Bankroll it.
do, and it probably wouldn't take long. Like it's probably gonna just give me the sticks for an hour, and you're gonna be hooked up. So I think we'll
Okay.
roll that goal into this season, and I just got to remember it this time.
Mhm.
Okay. There's one goal for Brian. All right, on here, Max, I got a goal for you. Since you said you're going to be fishing a lot more Minnesota water, which you did, and you were a part of a fish like this, in the boat and follows and visuals. Your goal is to get a 50 incher.
Mm. Did not
Mm,
happen.
Did not
Unsuccessful.
happen.
Eh.
mm.
But you were in the boat for sure one, right? Or two, one?
It was. Yeah. I mean, look, it's not easy to be bad at catching big fish.
No,
Some would say it's actually harder to catch the small ones because their mouths are smaller.
I agree too.
So, I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know what to say other than that, really. I mean, 50-inch fish, big mouth, clearly hungry fish. It's been eating and growing, you know.
Sounds like the easier one to catch to me.
Yeah, it almost
Yeah, I
seems like they
The
want to
way
mean,
you're
eat more.
saying it.
Yeah,
like catching a 32-incher. I mean, that takes, as Brian knows, that takes finesse,
it takes a lot.
Raw
Yeah, it does
talent.
take a
takes a
lot. It
lot,
takes a lot out of
hard to
you
get them into
too.
the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, you know
I'm just
what?
shocked. I'm really shocked that you didn't accomplish that. You fished there a lot this year. I mean, my one trip over there, I had 50 incher right below my feet. So
Behind my bait.
yeah, behind your bay. But I'm like, God, I couldn't. I was rooting for you so hard too. I'm like, how are you not getting this done?
That's crazy.
That's a crazy addition to the story, but not behind my bait.
Uh,
I had a 50 at my
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, we
but
came
man,
close. Came
yeah,
close. They had two trips for a million. One for sure went around in the eight that was over 50, and then one that was probably right around that number. Um,
60.
0 for 2 there. And spent a full week up in Bemidji. That was a big old blank for Gus and I. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, a lot of trips here in the metro. Was able to be part of a 50-incher with my buddy Josh that he caught. So did get to scoop one this year. So we're making steps in the right direction, I would say. Not to give it away, but I think that might be on the card for 2026 goals. So
I
Wow.
like it.
yeah. So yeah.
I like it. So looking back, I didn't, unless I just missed it, Max, or if you remember it, I didn't see a resolution from you, but you might have said it like you said in a different pod or earlier, or my research was not very good. But either way, I'm gonna go through. I had
I
two
think
goals, and one of
might have
them
been
I think
something to
I've
do with
been
tournaments. And
mm,
it probably did not get fulfilled because we didn't do very good this year in tournaments.
right. So
So,
womp womp on that
eh.
one.
Hmm.
Womp. All right. So I had two goals. One of them I think I've been just doing every single year, and I'm obviously just gonna keep it up, is just to find new gem of lakes. Um, and definitely accomplished that. I was talking about looking for like those couple gems, like when I'm done guiding and have some time off in the day or a little half day before guiding. I was not going to go hit guided water and just hammer on the same fish and go find some new gems of some lakes. And I'd
You check
say with
you
you
check that box
guys,
on opener.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like we checked that box multiple times this year from opener to I'm trying to think. I didn't do anything like crazy new late November, but I think even up until like early November, um, cross that box off, getting more and
What
more
was your
lakes.
stat on how many muskie you caught out of a new lake? Do you know off the top of your head?
A different lake. I have it written down here. It's somewhere
Just a
like
new
around
lake this past year, like a lake you
this
went on for the
past
first
year.
time, caught a fish. Yeah,
How many is it in total? Different lakes.
I got a lot
50
of questions
something.
going at me. Let me look at the total.
Then the mean size
The
between each
total
lake of the new lakes.
84 different lakes as of right now in the last. It's either 4 or 4.5 years. We've loaded
Damn.
muskies on, and probably, cripe, 70, probably 70 of them are just from northern Wisconsin.
That's
Hmm.
So
think you can get that number to 100 after this year? Do you think
Yeah,
that ability exists?
16 more.
you
I
got to
don't think I got
travel a
16.
little bit more west.
I could. I'd have to like really, God, I mean, there's even some local waters that are less than 40 minutes away that I've just kind of looked past and or fished once or twice and thought they're dumb and haven't caught on yet. So those could be some easy ones to knock out if you're
I
kind
got
of.
some wild goose chase lakes for opener. Little needle in a haystack mission.
Can't wait to hear those.
I cannot wait to hear those.
Stay tuned for the
And
next
then
live video teaching seminar.
after about 4 hours on a new lake, not seeing anything, it's like, so you want to go back to beam
Yeah.
where we've caught them and open. All right, yeah. Um, so that'll just be another goal for this year, of course. Get to 100 new lakes, 16 more this next year. Um, I had on here a goal of catching a 45-inch plus fish on a homemade bucktail. I said in the previous podcast, my biggest on a homemade bucktail was 44 inches. I did not succeed in that.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but we
Dang.
caught, as you guys know, it was the year of bucktails. We caught a lot of 44, 45 plus inch fish on bucktails this last year. So that I was happy about. Mainly the Huntsy tails. Those things crushed. But
Yeah.
I had a resolution to troll more blades and do more short line trolling, and I was very happy with that. Ended up catching actually quite a few trolling bucktails. I didn't really say it at all in the podcast much. If I even ever did, I didn't post anything about it, but
Sneaky.
probably caught a good 10 to 12 muskies last year trolling bucktails. Very fast, short lined and short lined off boards. That was a lot of fun. It was kind of like a new
Hmm.
tactic on some stupid weather changes we were getting kind of later in the season, and the muskies liked the speed, and it worked. So it was pretty cool.
2 for 3. Not bad.
Pretty good. You could tweak that last goal you had for this year and replace bucktail with topwater.
I should. I think we'll talk about that when we get our guests on here,
Yeah, they'll like that one.
uh, which
Wait,
is going to
didn't
be what?
did we all have a goal, like one common goal? I thought it was talked about in your text, or was
Mm.
it Max or somebody set a goal that was definitely not hit, not pursued.
The resolution from 24 was to go to Canada.
Yeah,
And then
resolution.
the other one was fish until 3 a.m. Immediately somebody said didn't get close.
Yeah,
I think we are leaving one off the table that Brian did have that also hit, which was him helping Rory McIlroy win the Masters.
that's true. Yeah, you didn't mention that. Thank you for bringing that up. We
No,
got
no
that
problem.
done.
I got you.
Great start to the year.
Hmm.
We
That's
got
awesome.
him and I got more goals this year too.
Can't wait
Can't
to
wait to
hear.
hear him.
Team McElroy and I.
All right. Well, let's roll in right with our guests here. We got none other than Michael Hanson on here, as well as Phil Stodola, who may or may not for a little while killed the Hunks podcast, but the
They're
Hunks are back,
back.
so it's all good. That was a pretty funny
They're
meme that
back.
they're. I'll probably talk to him about that. But all right, let's let her rip. All right, here on the line in person, not actually calling on the line, we got two guests. We got Michael Hanson and Phil Stodola. We've actually had these two on a podcast as well a little while ago. I think we had you on separately as an opener podcast, which I just looked at it about an hour ago, is still the number 2 listened podcast ever on the Muskies on Tap
Jeez.
podcast. So a little round of
He's-
applause
was
there.
number one until Dougie had to come ruin the party, huh?
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get it. I get it. I get it. But
Just don't
come
tell
on.
Dougie
him
Fresh
that.
took
Don't tell him
over.
that. Well,
That's too funny.
before we get going here, I need to know. I mean, something had to have fueled you last time to be the number 2 pod. What are you sipping on this time to fuel you? It sounds like it might be the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going with New Year's, same me. I'm going with my classic drink. I've probably been on this for at least 5 years. It's a Kessler's and Diet Dew. I got a couple garlic stuffed olives in there for good measure, just to be a gentleman, a little garnish. Yeah, been drinking these for a long time. It
Can't keep up
never
with
done me
that.
dirty. So I got a couple. I got a couple BLs, Bush lattes on tap just in case it goes long.
It's a
I don't
chaser.
know.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
in
my
case.
God.
Good
Never
call,
done you
good
dirty, huh?
call.
Nah, well, I mean, at least I know where I'm at. I can. It's never surprised me, I guess I should say.
Never crept up on you before?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
train's.
yeah.
I know where this train's going if it stays on the tracks. That's if I have a mix a shot in, have some goofy shit. I don't know where I'm at. Go off the
Yeah.
tracks. Not good.
Michael, what
Not
about
good.
you? Are you as exotic with your drink of choice?
No, not so much.
Exotic.
Actually, I'm more exotic than I've ever been. I'm having a couple Bush lattes tonight. I did that because I knew that Phil was going to be on, and it seems to be the only way I can understand that fella is if I'm drinking what he lives off of, or not lives off of, but I mean it's that Iowa water, It just kind of
Yeah.
fuels you. So nothing special tonight. Keeping it low key.
That's good. It's tough on a Monday. Very tough. Wish we could have done this.
Not up here, dude, but
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, I'm just being responsible.
Oh, that's too good.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Well, Phil, I got one thing I want to say quick before we get too far in. I want to hear your thoughts. I don't know if you've been on any speaking platforms since. We're on the street, which they're back though. You killed the Hunks
Dude,
podcast. What
yeah,
happened there?
I appreciate you bringing that up, Gus, because I called David Gruber. I called who does Theo always talk about the Morgan and Morgan. I've been calling these lawyers. They all tell me that they're actual personal injury lawyers and they don't really go for beating charges, allegations, if you will. But yeah, Kyle Freeges, Rowan was on my shit. He said something the last cast about, oh, well, I'm gonna kill this podcast like Phil killed the Hunks. I'm like, dudes, come on, what? I mean, first of all, there was a stretch before me where they didn't put any episodes out, and then, I mean, I can't say for sure, but it might have just been that nobody wanted to follow me. I'm not really sure what the deal was, but I don't know.
You're famous.
That's still getting sorted out in the courts, but I'm gonna beat those charges for sure. I don't like that. I don't like these allegations against me.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean they're unfounded, slander, if you will. You're probably barking up the wrong tree with a criminal attorney. You probably got to go civil for something like this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
one call, that's all. I tried calling David Gruber, but
So he lied to you.
he didn't take my call. Yeah, he just.
Well, you're
"Did you
going
get hit by a
after.
bus or something?" I said no, and then he hung
Yeah,
up.
I was
I
gonna
go,
say
well,
you're going
all
after
right.
the ambulance chasers.
Right.
You got to find a suit and tie kind of guy,
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. I like that show Better Call Saul. I could use a guy like that, a real greaseball.
Nice.
Michael, you want to be my lawyer?
How did you know I've been practicing?
Nice.
Your mustache would play well in the courts, Mike.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
handle the truth. Just say a bunch of movie lines. That'd be fine, I'm sure.
I'll just read the script off the Liar Liar. I'm good.
Liar, liar, my cousin Vinny. There's a lot of, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, start talking about a pair of glasses. Sir, this has nothing to do with the case.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm glad you brought it up though, because like the hunks are back. They never died, and you can't get convicted of killing something that's not dead. So
Well,
Yeah.
you're
lies
on
and
your soap.
slander.
Well, you're on your soapbox here. You did mention before we dive into our goals and resolutions and chatter on the musky side of things, you had to air some grievances with a member on this
Well,
podcast. So I just wanted to give you a quick minute to do that.
I don't want to take this off the rails right away. I want this to be a fun, lighthearted episode, but I did think like it's a holiday. You know, we just got done with the holidays. We had Christmas, we had New Year's, everything like that. We're gonna talk about resolutions. And I was actually cooking up one on the line. I was gonna call in, give it the old Phil from Green Bay deal and do it on the line. But then I got the call from the bullpen that they needed me to come in and take to be on the pod, which I appreciate. I love that being back. But yeah, I could see him. He's looking down. Brian Eccles,
Squirming.
buddy, I got to talk to you. Like I just every time I call in and tell, okay, like so I'm getting distracted. So this is perfect for I thought we should do a Festivus airing of grievances. And classic Frank Costanza. I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about it. My problem is with Mr. One and Only Brian Eccles. Every time I try and call in and give you flowers, every time I'm like, Brian's the man, Brian's the glue guy, Brian's doing the thing. He's like the people's champ. Like every time. Then there's like an episode or three after where you're just gone, not here, not on the pod. And I'm like, it's like, okay, when you're a kid, and if you guys weren't this kind of nerd, I apologize, but like when you're a kid and you watch wrestling, and like say for a while, like your favorite wrestler was The Rock, right? And The Rock, he's out doing movies, he's doing Hollywood shit, whatever he's doing, and he comes back, and you're like, oh my God, he's back! This is the best. It's like WrestleMania or something, and you're like, oh, this is so great. A people's champ, he's back, and then poof, gone, just like
Oof.
that, not to be seen again for weeks, and you're like, oh man.
Look, I didn't know I didn't know we had beef. You caught me off guard here. I thought
I'm
you,
not trying
you
to have beef,
always
buddy. I'm just
no no
saying
no
I
no no
just
no.
I just want when I turn on the pod and I'm like and they're like, Brian's not here again. I'm like, oh man, like I like listening to Gus, I like listening to Max, I like, the guide
See,
stuff, the tournament stuff, but the people's champ, the guy that stands up for the everyman,
yeah, the
he's
common
out there
folk.
catching fish on glide baits, and nobody thinks he could do it except
Yeah.
for me and
Hey,
you.
I was
And
there for
then
that one, and you were the only person to have my back, or to at least voice it.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not down on you, buddy. I
And
just I
so,
just want you to be there.
if you called in again and you were mentioning me, and these two guys didn't tell me about it, that's who you need to be picking on.
You
But
Oh,
weren't even there.
you
You
listen to
you
the
would have been there.
podcast and
You
you're
would
not
have
on,
heard the
right?
call.
when you're not
What are
on,
we
you listen
talking about?
back, right,
They're
Brian?
supposed
Yeah,
to
you
tell
listen to all
you
the pods you're not
about the
on, right,
call
Brian?
that was on the podcast that you're supposed to be on. That doesn't track, buddy. I'd like to
Yeah,
cut you
yeah,
some
yeah,
slack. I
yeah,
would, but that doesn't play.
Brian was
Phil,
digging deep there.
let me help
And
you out
also, while
here.
we're on the topic,
Oh, okay,
your
go
your
ahead.
your take on Happy Gilmore 1 was terrible. I
yeah.
couldn't
I knew you
take
wouldn't
it.
like
But
that.
that's water under the bridge at this point.
Hmm
That's over and done with.
We got bigger fish to fry.
I just want you to be there, man. I just when you're talking about resolutions, maybe attendance could be a goal
Yeah,
for the
show
future. I
up.
don't know.
It could be.
Throwing it
Sure
out
could
there.
be.
I don't
Sure
know.
could be.
I'm just throwing it
Yeah,
out
that's a
there.
good one. That wasn't one that popped into my mind, but now that you say it,
Well,
let me
Of course
think about it
not.
before I give out a number
yeah,
here.
didn't even cross his mind. He's like, oh, whatever. Don't give the people what they want. Just whatever. It's fine.
Phil's getting the Brian 101 right now. When you back him into a corner,
Look, it's a
starts
very
he just starts turning it right on you.
it's a very it's a
It's their
very
fault. They didn't tell me on the pod
Yeah.
that you
Oh
said
yeah.
that I was cool, but I wasn't there.
it fits the character even better. I mean, for the
Oh,
common man, every once in a while, the common man has something that comes up,
calling
right?
sick for work or just
Can't be
don't no
perfect.
call no show.
Yeah. The
I
common
guess
man.
I don't know.
Common man gets a little,
Every time
too
I try and call,
hungover.
he's a glue guy. He's a lunch pail guy. He's doing the work. He's basically as you guys said last time, the cob of the team here. It's like he's not
He's
he's not
not.
here, man. You
He
can't
he
be
still
the
might be
cob
a
if you're
cob.
not
He might be a
here.
cob.
Well,
That's
that's all
good.
I got. I don't like
No,
I said, I don't want to bring it down right away, but
I'm
I
glad you
just
aired
had to
it
get
out
that off
there.
my chest before before we got into anything, I didn't want you to, go through resolutions and then jump on you or anything. I just wanted to get that out in the open so that
No,
we,
look, you've given me plenty of things to think about before we get into it, and I appreciate that, as a common man would do. So thank you.
right. I'm a dad though. I
So
gotta have these hard talks with people.
yeah, no, and I'm glad that I'm glad that you were able to get that off your chest. And I think we're probably rolling at about minute 40, 45 of the pod, and we have not talked about muskie fishing yet. So I'm gonna give another little tap in from the bullpen and turn the mic over to Michael Hanson real
There we
quick,
go.
who put an absolute beat down from what I could tell on some muskies last year. So let's just get right into that. Michael, how's the season? Give us just the quick overview on how things went for you up in the North Woods, and did some traveling from what it looks like over to our neighbor state as well.
Yeah, it was kind of all over the place, but overall, season was pretty damn good. Things that worked in the past almost didn't work this year, though. It was pretty wild. Just kind of dialing in, just micro things like, moving fish on eights. Sevens used to be really, really good for me, my staple during the day. This year it was nines. Downsizing rubber, that was big too. So it took some time to kind of figure out what those fish were doing, or what they wanted. But once we got it dialed in, and I had some good sticks out on the boat this year, which always helps. We put together a pretty good year. Could not complain. One of my clients got near 51 incher. It was so close to touching. Inland Wisconsin fish, very, very heavy. He's a Bears fan, and I've been grilling him about this game coming up here ever since. So,
Yeah. Oh man, you got any thoughts on that?
dude, I'm happy to be in this position, at least personally. I like win or lose, like I want to play the Bears.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing these guys chirp about this for, ever since I've taken them out. I take these guys out 2 or 3 times a year, and I hear about it all the time. And I'm like, it doesn't matter to the playoffs. Nobody even cares about these games till you make to the playoffs. People remember those.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes those Bears fans just shake in their sneakers, just ever so quietly. But you can see it,
Yeah, start having flashbacks of BJ Raji.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
That little dance in the end zone.
That was
Big
sick.
Willie. What's your confidence level though in the game?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't know. I feel like, coming off of a four game losing streak.
Right where we need to be.
I think we're just gonna go in there and play like there's no tomorrow, and we have a chance. I mean, we made the Bears they made us look pretty silly the last game, I'm not gonna lie. But, we should have won that game. We got what it takes. I know we don't have Michael Parsons anymore, but
honestly, it feels like the most favorable matchup you could get as a 7 seed in recent memory. I mean, playing the Bears, we already beat them once, battled in the second showing. I'd rather play them and then Seattle than, the Eagles, Rams, Niners. So that's a good draw. It should be an exciting game.
yeah. It's one of those things. If we win, hallelujah. If not, we play the Bears and we're done. I don't have to watch
Yeah,
it.
if not, it's just stupid little game. It's just entertainment.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not
Then I
that
can
big
go
a
out walleye fishing during the games, because I really want to be doing that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Well, either way, those Bears fans of yours, if the Packers win, they won't hate you too much because you put them on a inland behemoth. So
Yeah. It's just fun. We go back and forth, but they're like buddies. You know how it is, Gus. Like you and
For
Phil
sure.
too. You find those guys that come back, and sometimes they come back more and more, and they're like buddies at that point. So it's a cool thing about what we do. You meet some really cool people, and they can become friends.
that's good. That's awesome. How did your travels to Minnesota go?
Minnesota was really good. Boy, I think we got 8 over 50 over there out of the 5 weeks I spent over there. kind of went over there for like 2 weeks and then came home for a month, went over there for another couple weeks, and then I went back for one more week in September. That last week in September was just insane though. Like the amount of fish that we had coming up to the boat, and like we had unfavorable conditions, if you will, a lot of strong east winds during that time. But I guess the entire summer we had a lot of east winds, and this goes to show I don't think they really care. It's just one of those things when they're biting, they're biting. When they're not, they're not. But yeah, that last week in September was incredible. 53-incher on a fat bastard topwater by one of my guys who, again, they're a different group. They end up coming up with me about 3 weeks out of the year. And it was his first fish on topwater and his first one over 50. That was exciting. And we nabbed a few other 50s on that trip too for all those guys. And it was really cool because it was the one trip with that group where there was enough people where I couldn't fish, which sometimes I do prefer that because ultimately I want to see people catching them. And it was just so cool being able to see these fish coming in so hot on bucktails and, just unbelievable eats after dark on topwater. It was just really, really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was. I don't know if you would agree, but for me here, it was year of the blades for sure. Like until sucker season and actual fall set in, like bucktails from pretty early on to late September, first week of October. It was just like really good, really consistent.
Yeah.
Fish eating them of all sizes, kind of throughout the season. I don't know if you saw that as well.
I would say that the bucktail bite was stronger the year prior to this year.
Okay.
Without a doubt, it was much, much stronger. But again, I think, everybody that I saw over in Vilas County was pounding them on blades. I mean, you're seeing things like, oh, I caught on a musky frenzy, caught on a Hunzy tail, they were everywhere. It's like, jeepers, criminy. Like those fish are going berserk over there on bucktails, but it kind of all goes full circle. I don't know if these fish saw too many bucktails, over the past couple of years and they kind of shied away from them, or if they were into something different. But I will say a majority of our fish did stay a little bit deeper this year than in years past. We had great weeds on a lot of lakes that I fished, but some of my favorite weed beds were actually quite sparse with weeds. And instead of finding them in other luscious cabbage beds, which are pretty prolific in lakes I fish around here, we found them staging in that sand a lot, or even that somewhat deep rock. I mean, not deep rock, mid-range rock, that 12 to 14 feet. So it was interesting. A garbage year for topwater. Absolute garbage for me.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Other than Brian's PB, which is just extremely random.
Yeah, that was cool. I did get into a good topwater bite, and it was something I took out Dick Manhart, good friends with Rich Reinhardt, and he makes the globe, Reinhardt's old globe. And don't hate on me, Dick or Rich, for not remembering the name of this thing, but I took it out the next night. The Cyclone?
I think so. Yeah, Dick's fished with me too. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, that's right. Yep. He went out with both of us that first year, and both enjoyed us.
Him and his wife came out, caught some muskies with me too.
Yep. It's so cool. But I remember taking that the next night, and I had a client out all day, and his boy, first time muskie fisherman, and we were out there, and the time was up, and normally, like this year, I joined a Tuesday night golf league.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
It was
concentrate on golf.
Dude, it was so much fun to just have something to look forward to out of the week other than just muskie fishing. But on this particular night, I looked at these guys. I was like, hey, I got this golf league. We've been out for 10 hours already, but I was like, I'll be done at around 7. I'll pick you back up here at the launch. We'll go out for a few hours. And I had this kid throwing this globe, and he gets crunched on it. And we're like, sweet, cool, go in. Next night, catch one on the globe. Next night, lose 2, catch one on the globe. it was 5 days in a row with that globe where we were getting action or putting fish in the boat. And then it got really hot. So, and then
Yuck.
I really didn't try topwaters all that much up until we started getting some cold fronts in September, which were not exactly cold fronts at all. So, yeah, I mean, I had a
Is your
good week on them.
was your globe? Maybe I'm thinking of a different brand, but the one that I bought at the Wausau show, it's probably like a 6-inch globe, and it's loud as shit. It sounds like a train coming down the tracks. Is yours like one of the smaller ones, or is it really
It's
loud?
I'm
it's
sure you bought the same
about
bait that he's got from Dick, I would assume,
what's
right?
that?
The one that Dick makes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was selling them at Wausau last year. I'm sure that's one you got.
I think it is. It's like yeah,
Pretty sure.
it's like a
Came with
different
the
type of
black nickel
copper.
hooks on them.
I don't know.
We went to some booth, the guy,
What
and it
hooks?
might have been him, but the guy that we bought it from, his topwater baits are like the propellers, or I guess, or whatever, on like almost all of his baits were like dang near metal.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a traditional looking globe. The screws in them were meant to be loose, so it made more of a rattle.
He's
Um,
Brian's got
I
it
wouldn't
then.
say mine's super loud, but to be completely honest with you, I haven't thrown a globe probably my entire life until this year. I'm pretty bad at some of that stuff, as far as like, unless I know somebody who's done well on a bait or somebody that I'm close to is like, hey, you got to try this. I don't know. It's just you stick in your patterns and not necessarily
Hmm.
smart, but at the same time, if funds goes, you can spend your life savings and not try every musky bait out there, given the amount of time that we even have to do so. So, you get into some habits, some good, some bad, of repeating things, and you got to open up your eyes a little bit, and get past the Lee Lure water choppers or the fat bastards, which I'm pretty, bad at just throwing those.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's tough when they work and crush fish on kind of a typical year. I mean, like you're saying, tough top water year this year. Um, and to add on there when you're saying, it's tough, you get stuck in your ways, it's tough to keep trying all these top water lures. You can only throw one at a time. You know,
Yeah.
that's the bummer part. And I'm looking back now at like later September rolling even into October. I'm like, I'm gonna throw the bomb squad flap because like this thing is always crushed for us like September and even right up until turnover. And that late into the season, all I got were just some swipes and follows, and I would just keep throwing it and be frustrated when looking back, it's like they weren't exactly eating it, but they liked it. Probably should have used something else
Yep.
similar or switched up.
Yeah. But, you know, you don't know until you try.
True.
Some days you just keep wanting to try it until it works. And sometimes it works,
Yep.
sometimes it doesn't work. We can keep going.
That's exactly right.
Sometimes when you
Speaking,
get stubborn though too, it burns and you just go, well, I'm gonna keep throwing this. They gotta eat it sometime, and they don't.
Yep.
They don't. You can sit there. We fished that World Muskie Open. I mean, it's probably 10, 15 years ago now, but we stayed on one lake, and that tournament you can hop lakes, and we stayed on that lake. And we're like, we know this is a good lake. We just stay here all 3 days. They gotta bite. They gotta do something. It's like they don't. They didn't. They didn't do shit. It sucked.
In
We were
northern
too
Wisconsin
stubborn. We
here.
kicked ourselves afterwards. We're like, that was so dumb. We didn't. We saw one fish in 3 days. That was so dumb. What'd you say?
If
I'm
that
sorry, guys.
that was up here, I was just asking.
Yeah, yeah, that was the big tournament they run
Yeah,
on the Eagle River, but we were fishing over by Phelps
right.
that year. But
Gotcha.
what
Yeah,
lake
that
did you
that
stay
happens
on?
with
Pioneer was the lake we fished.
good old Pioneer. Nice.
That
That's the
lake,
thing.
that
Well, I was
lake
just
is.
gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I just at that time I had never really caught a big fish before, and I moved a really big one the year before that same weekend, and I just didn't really let that go. So I just thought I would just keep trying, and maybe something would happen, and then
Kept knocking.
nothing happened. I mean, literally, we're like, we got it. It looked like by the end of 3 days, it looked like somebody scribbled on that whole lake map with a crayon, like a little kid, and it just nothing happened. It was brutal.
Yeah.
We were like going nuts. We were ready to be, in a
It's tough
straitjacket by
too,
the
because
end.
Hated the
like,
lake.
the other launches are so far away from that lake, so
Yeah, right, right. It was dumb. I don't know what we were even. I mean, whatever.
This is a
uh
cereal bowl. No, I was just gonna add on to that. Like when you're saying you just beat it same lake 3 days in a row and saw one fish, I'm like, that's like this, northern Wisconsin type of thing to a T, where Michael and I, we have a bunch of lake options, but as soon as you see that in a lake, it's like, get the hell out of there, come
Well, and
back
that's what
on
I
the
struggle with
next
so much when
weather
I come up by you
change.
guys. It sucks because like my best friend lives in Saint Germain, and like when he first moved up there, I would go up there and I'd fish one lake, and I'd fish another lake, another, and I felt like I wasn't learning anything about any lake because I kept hopping. But then you start saying, "All right, well, I'm going to stick to this one lake." Well, then the lake isn't going, and you're like, "Well, now I'm literally just wasting my time." Like for me, living by Green Bay, it's like we're going to Green Bay. We don't have another option. That's where we're going. We're gonna figure it out. There's got to be a fish somewhere that wants to eat. I mean that I if I guided where you do, Gus, I think I would lose my damn mind because I would second guess every single. I couldn't do it. I couldn't make. There's so many options. Like where my buddy lives in Saint Germain. I mean, you could throw a stone and hit 10 good musky lakes. Like it's so dumb to just. It
Yeah.
makes my dumb little head spin.
We just
It,
talked about it before you guys got on. He's caught muskies on like what'd you say, 80 different lakes up there?
yeah,
Probably
probably
70. Yeah.
70 plus.
That's
Yeah, in the
awesome.
past
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. Yeah, and adding on to that, looking back when I was rehashing some of the old New Year's resolutions that we've had, one of mine was to not like, with clients is just like to be able to not second guess and not have it like not have myself verbally say that, like remain calm and be really confident in my decisions, whether it's pulling the plug on a lake or being like, I know we haven't seen anything for 2 hours. Stick with me. We're gonna get him on this and do that. Like, if I know there's a pattern on this moon phase, stick with it. It's gonna happen. And just kind of remaining with that confidence of just the decisions. And every once in a while, you could just be dead wrong and just gotta
Absolutely.
live with
Yeah.
that and learn from that and wake up, go to the next day and
Yeah.
go back fishing and probably have to, draw up a new plan. So
Yeah. I mean, we have a taste of that on the bay too. It's kind of like, one specific trip I remember my client caught like a 52 and we were catching people were catching fish around, so it was a trolling day and I did one of those moves where I was like, well, if they're biting here, I know another spot that should be good. And we and Jamie was with me that day. He was helping
oh
me on my
no.
trip, and we reeled in 9 rods. We ran like 14 miles and fished on the total opposite side of the bay, and then we didn't catch one. And I'm like, man, that was a. I mean, at that point we were playing with house money though. It's like we got a big one. There's only one guy here.
Hmm.
Like, good deal, but also like if we would have just sat there and beat up that spot who knows? But also, I was like, man, if we want to really go for the biggest one that I think we can find, I think we should go here. And it didn't pan out, but it was one of those where I didn't necessarily regret it, but it's always a hard game to play where you're like, well, or you sit there and you stay there and you go, well, we could have done that. Maybe that would have been awesome. I think that's the hardest part about guiding, really, is to say, well, do we want to try and go be the smart guy who figured something out, or beat on the spot that's working and catch a bunch of fish or whatever too, it's like that can be tough.
A lot to weigh in on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, speaking of learning and trying some new things, we've just been talking about it. I think it's a good time to maybe step in here and go around the horn and talk about some goals for the upcoming muskie season. Could be personal too, no need to put us in a box here. So if anyone wants to volunteer to kick things off, Brian's looking like he's got some. Oh, Gus,
Gus has got his
I
hand
do.
up.
his hand up.
Wow.
I got my
That's
hand
good. Good.
Augustus,
Oh yeah.
please.
Is
All
the
right,
mic
bud, the
hot?
floor is
Testing,
yours.
testing. Mic hot, mic hot. All right, all right.
Mike's up.
I'm on. Going into recording our intro, quote, I told Max, I don't know my goal and resolution yet. And that was completely true. After talking with you guys, Brian, Max, Michael, Phil, it's got me thinking, and I think I have I'll just start with one goal and one resolution. My one goal, Brian kind of shed a light on this. I have a good amount of topwater fish. I don't have a really big one. So I'm gonna put, I think you said a number, Brian, but I'm gonna put a slightly loftier number and hopefully catch a fish in northern Wisconsin on top water over 46 inches. I'm gonna
Wow.
Does
throw it
Green Bay
there.
count as northern Wisconsin?
North of like Highway 8 or whatever.
Ah,
So
all
no,
right.
not really.
I was gonna say, we could probably make that happen.
You guys got a crazy topwater bite down there? I have heard of a few getting caught.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I'll go down there and open it.
Gus, if you got more, just get them all out so we're not
Yeah.
just ping ponging around here.
Sure, sure.
Nope, gotcha. I got it. Resolution. This one came to light. Michael, you brought up you were in a golf league last year.
Yeah.
To kind of break up the season of just, not always just musky fishing. I definitely did that in 2025. I musky fished a lot. I did not have a lot of time off. I'm not exactly, trying to get time off, but I know I had time to spare and a few times where I maybe went out for a couple hours musky fishing that maybe I didn't need to or I could have rested or something, but I'm going to use some more free time to do. Phil's giving me the thumbs down. Big thumbs down here. Is a couple times a month, just do something different. Whether it is go play 9 holes of golf, go for a bike ride. I used to, go for bike rides, road bikes, mountain bikes all the time. Do something like that. Go water skiing. Kind of just filter that in throughout the months, mainly the midsummer. Still getting the stink eye from Phil, but that's all right. That's my New
Water
Year's
skiing, you might as well get a jet ski out or a wake boat guy. What the heck are we talking about?
Phil, you
Nah.
look like a
You
jet
had me
ski
at golf.
guy.
I'm like, all right,
Oh
I'll shut
man.
up for a minute, but oh my gosh.
Phil, you look immaculate on a jet ski with that hair and that mustache.
I'm not gonna argue that point, but I still, I
All blowing in
mean,
the wind.
Hey,
Ryman,
Phil chose a baby over golf league.
have
Okay,
you ever seen
so
Kenny Powers?
That's what
Yeah.
That's
I've
exactly
seen.
what I
Yeah.
thought of with the jet
Yeah.
ski.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
I
Well, I got
time
those
today.
off my chest. We either got thoughts, comments, concerns on those, or who's next?
I would like to see you add a little small print, fine print to the topwater fish and add
What's that?
trolling topwater in there.
No.
Mm, not up to
Good
the
idea.
challenge, huh?
Hey, good idea though.
But thanks though. Thanks though. You can add it to yours. You can troll top water whenever you want, whenever
No,
you
'cause
get
then I
a
gotta
boat.
beg you to do it every time I get up there. I don't want to have to do that.
Just buy a boat.
That's true.
All right, Brian.
That should be
All
your
right, yeah, I can go
goal.
here. So, last year I picked a bait that I wasn't too fond of. Ended up getting that goal done somehow. This year I'm gonna add a new bait to my goal, and it will be to catch a muskie. I'll keep it, an achievable number. I'll do 36 inches again. This time it's gonna be on either a castable fly or a regular fly on a fly rod.
Ooh,
That's
that's
better
kind of
than that
cool.
one year. I listened back again. You had another year where you said you're going to catch a 40 incher on a fly, and then immediately were like, "Did you even throw the fly this year? Is it going to be one of those?"
It's just, well, it's like, I'm only up there, maybe a handful of times. So that's like, okay, you
True.
get a high wind day, I'm not going to throw it. You get a day where they're going crazy on like bucktails or speed. I'm like, well, it's probably not a good day to throw it. So it is kind of hard to find a
You
good
gotta hit
time
up
for
Rowan,
it.
dude. Rowan will get you on him.
I know, yeah. Yeah, if I
You
get
live closer
desperate,
to him
I'll
than
go
we
down there
do.
with Rowan. Yeah. Yeah. No, that would be sweet. I'd love to get back on the fly with it. So hit up Rowan if Gus and Max are giving me shit for whipping it right next to their ears in the front of the boat.
Is that all you got?
No. And then second goal, I don't know if it's a resolution. Might be both. Would be to how am I going to quantify
It's
this?
really no difference.
Yeah, I was curious
No,
about that
there's a
myself. A goal.
difference.
That's all I've been
We
thinking about
talked
this
about
whole
this
time.
last year.
No, there is a
I was
I don't
half
wanna
listening to
rehash
Gus.
this.
I'm like, what's the difference between a goal and a resolution?
They could be the same, but I think a goal is more quantifiable and a resolution is more
It's like
Abstract.
a one time achievable thing where the resolution is like something I'm going to try and do the whole year.
All right,
right,
all right, all right.
right,
All right, all right.
right. Like be nicer to Phil. But no, my resolution
That
slash goal
was Max's to Brian.
is to not look, there's going to be outside extenuating circumstances to not miss a podcast, especially
Whoa.
if it
Oh, that's
features
big.
if it
That's big.
features content or Phil's presence, content from Phil or Phil's presence, or shout out Austin Wiggerman. I missed
You've been
almost
ducking him
every
too. Yeah.
single one of his.
Ducks
So my
his
goal.
ass
Him
every
and I got to
podcast.
talk to the same therapist because you just duck us all the time.
Yeah, I was dodging him pretty hard, so I can't miss him anymore this year.
That's
That's
Yeah,
it.
not bad.
That's huge. I
And
can't even.
then the last one, because the other
More.
goal that I did hit last year was Rory McIlroy to win the Masters, and since we got that done, I decided
You got
last
that
minute
done.
here I'm gonna pump the brakes on Rory McIlroy. I'm gonna get him out of the limelight, out of the spotlight for this year. It's still gonna be following his every shot, but my goal is to see Jordan Spieth win another major. Rory's return to victory, return to glory last year. We're gonna turn back the clock again. Jordan Spieth.
I
What
like
one
that.
is he winning?
That's a goal, huh?
Masters? Yeah. That's,
I mean,
Brian's gonna help
Sounds
him
like a
win.
wish, brother.
Brian and Rory made it happen last year. So what do you can't
Yeah,
knock the you can't it's
I
working.
didn't see you alongside Rory. Maybe we did that, so
Right. It's only dumb if it doesn't work.
yeah.
So, I mean, you live 15 minutes away from Green Bay. Nothing about getting out on the bay next year. Nothing about Canada.
Look, we've done the whole Canada song and dance. It's not worthy of a goal slot until we get some pen to paper to plan that. But
If
oh,
Brian
I
wouldn't be such a baby about trolling, we could get him on some fish.
trolling all year. I
You don't
would
have to
fish.
troll all year. I'm talking like a day or two in September, buddy. September,
Opener?
October.
Lives
Opener?
20 minutes away from the bay. Has never fished it.
Gus
Oh
and his
my
dad came down.
God.
They drove hours to get here, and Brian's like, I don't really, no, not interested.
Yeah, I'll go over.
I'm shaking my head.
I
Such
look. I don't have a
disapproval.
boat. I don't know.
So if
You
only
don't
if you
know
knew
anybody in
somebody.
Green Bay that would take
You
you?
have a
Oh,
Phil.
okay, good talk.
What'd you say?
What are we doing here, buddy?
Look, I'll
You
go
gotta-
out. I just did. Look, I wasn't gonna sit there and beg and be like, big guy without a boat begging to get
Stop,
out.
You can do that.
No,
dude.
You can do that to
Apparently,
those Green
apparently.
Boys. They want more lines out.
Yes, and
Well, yeah,
I
it's
mean, we
dangerous,
literally
though.
when we were taking Gus and his dad, we're like, Brian, like, we're going. Do you want to go? And you're
I don't think I got the invite for that one.
Now he's just bringing up
Come
random
on.
excuses. He's scraping the
Look, I'm
barrel
just
right
saying.
now.
I don't think I've turned down a Green Bay trip, but I would like to fish opener in Green Bay because that did look like a lot of fun.
Brian has all right. Brian has fished the bay, and I was with him when we did not catch anything. Those two
It was a little
times.
half-assed. We got pushed off by a big storm, but
whenever
did.
Gus
That was
comes, the
a
wind has
mega
to blow
storm.
like crazy. So don't go when Gus goes.
yeah.
First 8 times to the bay, I never saw a wave under 3 feet.
Oh God.
I
Well, until
am
you're on the
not
river
joking.
for opener.
Until the river and opener, and I
Yeah.
caught one finally.
There you go. See,
Get in line.
Not too bad. On the weekend after.
not a bad gig.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right,
There you go.
Phil.
Yeah, I'll go. I can go.
Take it away.
So this last year, my wife and I we had a baby, and I didn't do the guiding thing so much. I fished a lot less than I did in the past. Still caught one in a tournament with Tim and Doug Nutt. That was pretty awesome. My buddy Tim Lautenschlager, we got out for a Titletown outing and caught one in our fall trolling tournament. But I think for me, a personal goal would be kind of getting back to my roots a little bit. I want to go back and catch some fish in some places that, I mean, I'll fish Green Bay when I get a chance and stuff like that, but I want to specifically catch one in a lake that I used to fish all the time, back closer to home in southeastern Wisconsin. And then I'd like to catch one in a lake that I've never caught one in before, because I've really been focused on the bay for the last 6 or 7 years. Um, on top of that, I'd like to catch one personally on a dive and rise bait. Probably going to be a hammer jerk because I don't really have a lot of dive and rise baits. And like I said, when we saw Clayton and the guys last year, I don't hate it like I hate a glide bait. I threw it and I'm like, this thing doesn't really suck. I thought it was gonna suck, and I actually enjoyed throwing it. It's pretty neat. So I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. So that's
Ha-
on the list.
Have you caught a
On top
fish
of
on the
that,
fill?
what's that?
Have you caught a fish on the fill?
No. How long do you think I throw that thing?
That
I
won't be a
throw like
bad
Just
goal.
I throw
just
like
the
5 to 10
bait pond
minutes.
demos.
I mean, yeah, no, dude. I give you credit for catching on a glide bait because I can't. I
I'll
throw it
look.
like 10
I would.
casts and I'm like, this is terrible.
I can gift you the manta. Secondhand use. I mean, that thing runs like a charm. You couldn't fuck it up.
I mean, I have hellhounds. Like if I want to use a dummy proof bait, I have them.
That's true. Yeah.
I just don't like it. I
Yeah.
think the diving ride is something I can actually enjoy. I can get into it a little bit. I think that's the answer for me. I don't want to make a glide bait because I don't want to put myself. I want to have fun fishing. I'm trying to get back to
Yeah.
having a lot of fun fishing, and to go along with that as a family goal. My wife still has never caught a muskie, so I'd like to get her and get her on a fish. Many have tried. I've personally tried to guide her to one. Carl, Jamie, Tom. She's been out fishing. She's given it a chance here, but we got to get her on a fish. It's got to happen. It used to be a
Look,
fun
look.
joke for her to be like, "Oh, I'm married to this muskie guy, and I never caught one." And we just got to get her on a fish. So
Get rid of that joke.
yeah, it's not that fun anymore. So that's a thing for sure. That's probably I would say a main goal. And also, I'd like to catch. I haven't caught a fish on a sucker because in being a Green Bay guy, September, October rolls around, and I just troll. That's what we do here. We try and catch big ones.
And these are any size. The dive and rise, wife's fish, sucker fish, any size.
yeah, man. I'm not trying to put. I mean, yeah. I really especially the dive and rise and the other. I mean, we just got to get a fish. You know what I mean? Like, if I go back to the lake I'm thinking of back home, I mean, I'll probably get like a 34 or 35, and that'll be. It's going back to my roots though. It's kind of just like I said. It's not trying to put a bunch of pressure on it, not trying to make it a big thing. Just trying to do that stuff that I haven't done in a long time. So that's kind of the goal that I got is, like I said, dive and rise, um, a lake that I used to fish a bunch and a new lake, and then getting my wife on a fish one way or another, whether it's trolling or anyway, really, I just wanted to catch one. So
Nice.
that's what I got for 2026.
Those are pretty good
Sweet.
goals. You got a lot of work.
Actually,
ahead
I
of
have
you.
one more. I thought of this earlier too. So I'm gonna go to Wausau this year again, obviously. And my goal this year, I've always bought, I've like just spun out, gotten out of control, bought a bunch of shit. I want to try and not buy very much and try and sell a bunch of stuff at the swap meet. So if you're going to the swap meet at Wausau, find me. I'm gonna be selling some good shit, and I'm trying to
No new baits.
downsize, stick to the shit that I have that I like, and sell a lot of shit that I don't like that I never ever throw. So that's kind of a goal as well.
Good sales pitch
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for people
Wow.
listening.
Brian, what's our rule this year?
2026 is the year of new baits.
All right,
shit.
bet.
I
My
didn't
boys
know.
are ready.
Scrap the last one. It's
It's 2025 was no new bait season.
oh
year,
dang, I didn't know
whatever.
that either. Shit, I was backwards.
Well, after show season, then it was no new bait season.
Oh, okay, well that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right.
Michael?
Max or Michael?
Either or. Wait, I gotta ask Phil a couple questions. Phil, did you catch a fish on topwater yet?
I've caught fish on top water. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, you have. Okay. I thought
Yeah.
I thought when you were up with me, you didn't.
No. I've caught fish on top water in Canada and one on Green Bay and yeah, up north too. Yeah, I've caught fish on top water.
Fair enough. I didn't mean to insult you. And
Not
then
not
number
walk the
two.
dog. Don't get me wrong. Walk the dog is the glide bait of the top water, and I don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
But
you for the
if you get
reminder.
the blub 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 blub, I'm all over that.
nice. Nice. And number 2, are you gonna have some glide baits for sale at the swap meet?
If I have some, I'll sell the fuckers for sure.
Give them away.
Besides, I have a fill. And I will keep that.
Shout
I
out
bought
Hammer.
that from Nick, and I will keep it because it's named after me, and I like that.
Is that the original, the one of one?
No, I bought it from him at the show.
Oh,
I don't know. It's not a real. I don't think it's a collector or anything. I just bought it off the rack.
collector.
Off the rack, Hammer custom.
I mean, yeah, it's still customs. It is Hammer Customs per se, but
Yeah, Phil's custom kind of.
I was really lobbying for the Phil 2.0 to be the name the brine, but I don't think he's gonna make a Phil 2.0 anymore. I don't think that's gonna be for
I
public
know.
consumption.
That would have been cool.
Not for a while. He's been trying at
Why
it.
did it
It
one of
sounds like
one?
it's a harder bait to make consistently.
Right.
It
Give me
sounded
that.
like.
Well, it's harder to catch up with Brian too. It's hard to find him. You don't know where he's at. He's not on the pod. He's just kind of.
He's just
Honestly, you
out
should
Makes
just
sense.
make
That
it
makes
as
sense.
is then. The Brian, which is the Phil 2.0 glide bait,
Might
should just
work,
be
it
the
might
most
not.
random, different length, whatever, this,
Jointed.
that. Every single one looks
Jointed.
different.
3 joints in it.
Terrible.
Yeah. All right,
Max or
Michael, take it
Michael?
away.
All right. If you mind, thanks for giving me some time to think on them, but I think got some good ones. Next year, I want to do more jigging. This
I like
year, in the fall, it was kind of goofy. There was one day we were out there. It was kind of a warmer day, and suckers weren't really doing a whole lot of work for us. We were seeing very few fish otherwise, and I just put on a Bondi, and I've had this Bondi rolling around in the boat forever, and then I put it away for the winter, and then it ends up in another compartment, and it's like, oh, maybe I'll try jigging that Bondi, just the OG Bondi or whatnot. And I lost 3 fish first day I jigged it, and then I caught 2 the next day I jigged it, and then I just stopped. I don't know why. I was trying to get other people to do it, and then they would do it, and then they were like, oh, I'm tired and this and that, and then I don't know. When it comes down to that late in the year too, I kind of get sick of the whole casting thing. I'm sorry, I'm such a baby now, but this getting old kind of sucks. So yeah, I want to focus more on jigging a little bit more. Even throughout the summer months too, when those fish are in more predictable areas in June during the mayfly hatches and whatnot. So that's going to be one of them. Number 2, I want to fish somewhere else in Minnesota next year. We're already planning on that. It seems like every year I guide over there, we pick a new place. Not so much new to me, but it's just instead of going to the same places over and over again, kind of switch it up and have some fun trying to find those big fish over there. And then number 3, I really want to stop losing so many fish on suckers. That's it was a
What do you think's the
rough
recipe?
year. What's that?
What do you think's the recipe to not? I'm curious.
I just kept saying I sucked this year, so like
Stop sucking so bad.
Just stop
Yeah.
sucking.
I said that to anybody that lost a fish in the boat. If they're like, "Why did we lose it?" I was like, "Because we suck." I don't know what to tell you. Like everything was perfect, but we sucked a little bit. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know. I wish I had a good answer for you, Gus, because that is a great question. But we had fish woofing down suckers immediately. We had fish that were running away from the boat immediately, and you set the hook and they get a free meal. I had a lot of hooks bend out this year. I tried a new rig, which is something I'm not going to do anymore. I broke off on that new rig. I'm not going to talk about that. It was one of your fishing violets, Gus, so I'm sorry, and it was not a small one. Clean rip right through a double crimped leader. But like I said, just so that person who does make this rig is listening, I'm not telling anybody the name of that brand. I don't know. I probably should though, but I'm not.
I'm gonna text you about that after because I'm curious.
Like Warren. No, it's just it's just like anything else. It's just anything can go wrong at any time. A great leader can go, a good quick strike rig can go, good line can go, a good bait can break in half. You know, like we're just very fortunate that we have as good a stuff as we do nowadays, including, you know, release tools. You know, we're light years ahead of what we had in the past. So we are taking care of these fish better. We're not going after these things late in the fall with 30-pound mono anymore and setting to the stars. So, yeah. So yeah, that was kind of a long-winded answer, but yeah, long story short, I don't want to lose as many fish on suckers. I will say my temper from losing fish on suckers is nearly nothing compared to ever it was. I just chose the silent approach and then just like, well, I'll just put another $16 bill on, or I'll just go home and get back to it the next day.
I have to say, fishing with you that weekend in 2024, your patience is nothing but impressive with Carl just breaking your shit nonstop. It was never anger, never, raised a hand towards him or anything. It was just, buddy, that's a little rough, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad you guys witnessed
Take
that.
it easy, buddy.
As you know, you hear from some people, you're like, man, I thought you were a jerk. It's like, how would you think that? Like, I'm pretty much like this all the time. I don't know. You can't get angry. It's just musky
Doesn't pay to
fishing.
get pissed, right? I agree.
Yeah, I've gotten pissed enough growing up by myself, and all it did was just make me more mad. So now I'm just a happy little camper, and I pout a little bit, and then I put on, and then I just get back after it.
Yeah. All you can do.
Yeah, you just
do it.
I have a two-part question for you, Michael, before we move on. Are you done with your goals or resolutions? Or no?
Oh yeah, man, I can't handle any more goals.
Okay, before we move on, I have part one of the question. You had a lot of success this year. Every time I go on Instagram, there's Michael. He's got another just monster fish in pictures or whatever. How much of that success do you attribute to your growth of your sick musky mustache?
Oh man, I will say the musky mustache, the birth of it was, I think a few days before I caught my PB, 54 and 3/4.
See?
So,
See?
and what's super
That's what I'm
funny
talking
is,
about.
dude, this guy, Rob Emler, like he lives down in Tennessee. He's like the coolest cat I've ever met. I mean, he's around my age. He hires me, a ton, and then his family members do. They're just great people. And it was just me and him before his brother-in-law showed up, and he's like, because I just had like my mustache and my goatee going, because I was like, man, I gotta at least see if I can look somewhat older than 19 years old. I'm 36 years old, for crying out loud. I gotta try this. So I had
when I found out we were the same age, I was shocked. That was a couple years ago. You go, when I was your age, you go, we're the same age. You go, really?
Really? So then this Rob, he looks at me, like we're staying in the same hotel room for the first couple nights, and I like come out of the bathroom, and he just looks at me and he goes, dude, you know what you need, Michael? You need a mustache. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, dude.
I'd like to shake that man's hand. He knew what's up.
Dude, the positive reinforcement that was coming out of this guy's mind, or like mouth, with a genuine smile was just like, like Billy Mays selling you some OxyClean. Like, I'll take everything you got, dude.
Hell yeah.
And I immediately went into the bathroom and I shaved it, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, damn, dude, this looks ridiculous. And I came out and he's like, dude, you did it. You really did it, man. So,
and then what happened? And then you caught the biggest fish of your whole life, right?
Yeah, well, the next day he caught a 50-incher, and then like a few days later I caught a 52 and a 54 and 3/4, and slept in the boat, and then I caught a 46-incher at like 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up before I picked up my next people, and I was like, damn, man, this thing rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ate a banana the
brother,
next day in the boat. What's that?
You just got to bring the hair back, and we're back to business.
Oh, dude, I know. I was thinking about it. I looked at it today, and I showed my girlfriend a picture of it, and she's like, I was like, man, I'm kind of missing the old muskellocks,
Dude, 2019, I grew the mullet out for my trip to Canada. I was doing it as a joke, and then I came back to work at my real job and I'm like, man, I wonder if I can just keep doing this if they're gonna tell me I have to cut my hair. And it turned out they didn't. And I caught the biggest fish of my whole life. I had the mustache, but then yeah, the mullet, it just
I think for you, it was more so the mullet than the mustache. I mean, that thing
the
is
mustache
slick.
has been a mainstay. There's a video somewhere on Facebook where I had a bet with Carl that if I beat my PB, that I had to shave my mustache off. And I I I've only not had a mustache once in my adult life. And there's a
Dark
video I played
times.
like the Sarah McLachlan, the sad song from the pet
Oh
commercial, and
my
I cut it off.
gosh.
It's pretty funny. It was
Dude,
at
I
Tom's
remember
house.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is before we were buddies, and I was like, I'm gonna be that guy's friend.
Yeah. But yeah, so then it was I didn't think I was gonna beat my PB anytime soon. And I did, and then I was like, well, now I gotta cut the mustache off. So whatever I did. And then I did catch because I didn't start musky fish until after high school. So the I caught a fish after I cut the mustache off. So I did prove to myself that I can catch a muskie without a mustache, and now I don't plan to ever really do it again because I don't the mustache is staying. So but I do have one picture of me with the English sport fishing hat on. I'm in Tom's boat and no mustache, and like people are like, "Who the hell is that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's not me. Doesn't feel like me." Anyway, my second question was, do you have any goals for your mustache in 2026?
I got to get the little handlebars because Brian,
You just gotta let it grow out some more,
The mustache
Well, I'm working on
aficionado.
it. Brian's grilling me on it, and he's freaking so fast
You gotta
looking
trim it
over
above the
there.
lip and then
It's
just let this part
smooth.
grow.
What's that?
I'm still like Joe Dirt. I can't grow hair here. It grows down from here.
So those are just longer than the
It,
rest.
it knows.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's gonna get any thicker, but we'll see. I might have to start like trimming it. Like, that Rob Emler guy, he told me that. He's like, dude, you gotta trim it. It'll look really
Yeah,
weird,
that
but
guy
you
knows
gotta
what's
trim
up.
it.
I'd like to shake that man's hand. He put you on the right track for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. Now he's rocking the mustache, and he just moved down to Tennessee not too long ago to get out of paying Illinois taxes because they suck down there.
That's awesome.
And he's just pounding big muskies down there right now. He just called me a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "I'm buying your plane ticket. Get your ass down here. Stay as long as you like. Let's go muskie fishing." I'm like, "Ew,
You going?
I have to."
Yeah, literally.
I got
I
it.
haven't
Gave
made
you the
any
best
plans
advice of your
yet.
life.
What's that?
The guy gave you the best advice of your life. You got to go and visit him.
Dude, amen. Yeah. In the arms of the angel, buddy.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God. That's awesome. Max, got
Oh,
some.
it got me rethinking about all my goals and resolutions. They might have to be more aesthetic than anything.
I can see a mustache on you.
All right, I got a little laundry list of goals and resolutions. I guess this would fall into the resolution bucket, Brian. Um,
Now that you know the difference.
now that I know the difference. No complaining about the weather in 2026. You heard it here first, guys.
Wow.
That
No
was a
complaint
big
about
one
the
in
weather.
That's a tough one.
2025.
It's hard
Yep.
not to. You
Not
can't.
gonna
you
do
can't
it.
fix it anyway, right?
Not gonna do it. You're not gonna hear a peep out of me when that weather's bad. You
Mm.
ain't gonna hear a peep out of me.
All right.
All right,
No
I'm writing that
complaining.
one down.
All right.
No complaining during bad weather.
Even
anyone.
if
I'm
it's
gonna
like
need
black, calm, and
confirmation
hot.
from Gus and anybody
Yeah.
else that fishes with him on that one. That's gonna be a
Michael,
tough one.
I cannot even. I'll get it out of my system right now. So
Get it out of your system right now. I'd love to hear it.
2025 I was on a historical run of 80 degrees flat and sunny. Like every time I would go to the North Woods or we'd go to a tournament, I'd get some time off work. I'd be so fucking jacked up. I'd be sitting in my office in downtown Minneapolis. There'd be fucking rainstorms coming in left and right, clouds. I'd walk out of work, go fish the metro, and it'd be like the skies would part, wind would lay down, and it would just be like, and then I'd go up north, visit Gus, and Gus is like, damn, these are the worst conditions of the month. I'm just like, of course. I was smashing fish a couple of days ago.
Like,
and then
thanks
I'd
for
leave
eating these days for me.
Yeah, then I'd leave and
Yeah.
he'd send me like
That's
4
the classic
pictures
you
on
get somewhere they
Monday.
go, oh, you should have been here yesterday.
Yeah, I was
Dang,
getting
dude.
I was getting a guide talk. So I
Yeah.
just had enough of it in 25. I just was bitching about it all the time, and it really hindered my goals from the previous year about keeping good attitude going, which I do think I have done a good job about, but I've gotten really mad at the weather over the past year. So we're gonna not get mad at the weather this year. No complaining about the weather.
Mm.
Write it down. Won't do it.
Nice.
Wow.
That's
Uh,
big. That's big too.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll try to be strong. I'll lean on to you guys for support. I'm gonna need it. Goal number two. Let's go back to the well here. So last year I had the goal of catching a 50 incher. Still have not done that. I think I need to switch up the verbiage a little bit. So I'm gonna say I need to catch a fish over 49.99 inches this year.
Nice.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so
I
that's a
caught a
goal.
49.999 incher this year.
That would count. That'd be
Yeah,
fine.
that would
That would
count.
work.
You got a
That
couple
would
of
work.
highest
You'd be
50s on the
stoked.
bay too,
Yeah,
where
I
it
would
is
be
just
I
so
would be
dang close.
happy.
And you
I
just,
hope you're good.
Yes.
you're like, it is not quite there.
Yeah. Okay. I'll refer. It needs to be over 49.8.
I
So
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Either or, dude.
That's a
That's a
little more
big fish.
realistic.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
giant
goal.
fish. I don't care who you are.
Giant,
Oh,
giant,
it's
giant fish. Giant fish. Came
I
close in
definitely got a couple
25.
waypoints on the bay for 49 and all of it almost, but not quite 50s.
All right.
Max will take them.
Sure.
Resolution number three is my goal is to almost buy a boat, but not buy one. So I want to
Explain,
get
please.
close to buying a boat. I want to go through the process and look at a boat, get an idea on which one I would buy, but I got to buy a house first. But I want to at least
Nah.
get really close to buying a house. I
Boo.
want to get close to buying a
Mm.
boat
Sounds kind of
Boo.
fun.
and then
Now
maybe
you
buy
getting some
it.
thumbs down by other people.
I might
Dude.
buy it, but my
Ugh.
goal is just
I
to get
might
really close
buy
to
it.
buy it. I still might buy it, but the goal has got to be like I'm talking to somebody about buying it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
What kind
Tell
of
you
what
what,
are you thinking about for a craft? I'm kind of in the market to get into something myself, but
Oh, I like those little fishermen, ranger fishermen's. I like any of those like older Alumacraft tillers. Be cool. My thing
I'll have
is
one for
I
sale at some point.
my thing right now, the only hindrance I really have is a place to put it.
Yeah.
So
Same.
it's like I don't know what I would do with that in the metro. It's not like ample garage space and good storage space. So
yeah, I
well,
heard that.
that's what I'm talking about. Like we're greasing the wheels this year. We're maybe reaching out to some people that got some cheaper storage options. We're getting the framework ready for
I was gonna
2027.
say, how do we how do we say that you achieve the goal? You just got to bring it
I'll
up to
know.
us a few times and
I'll know. Yeah, like hey guys,
checking out
I
a
got
boat
my
next
eyes on
week.
this one
You start
boat.
sending a bunch of links to people, and then
Yeah.
they'd be
What do you
like,
think of
"Oh, what
this?
happened with that
What do you
boat?"
think
You're
of
Text
like,
this?
threads.
I didn't
Could you
buy it.
could you
I
see me
didn't
driving
apologize.
this?
Yeah.
Just like get grease in the wheels. Um, I don't know if this is my last goal. I can't remember if I'm forgetting any. I want to read a book this year. I've
I thought about saying that too. I'm like,
I've
man, I don't know if I can do that.
I used to read a lot
Kind
and
of up there too for me. I don't know.
getting into corporate America, started watching, P. Diddy documentaries and TV shows and stuff like that after long days at the
Those
office.
docs were wild, for the record.
Yeah,
50
oh,
Cent
yeah.
is a savage.
Bad guy,
Yeah.
not a good guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to read a book, so don't know what, but
Good
I'm
start.
gonna read a book.
Start at 1.
Here's a clarification. Does Audible count? Can you listen to a book, or are you gonna sit
No.
down and
No,
turn
no.
pages?
No.
I'm
You gotta
talking.
sit there and turn
I'm
pages.
feeling the ink on my fingertips.
Yeah.
See, because I
Smell
listen
it,
to a lot of
smell.
books, but I haven't read a book in
Yeah,
a
I
hot
read parts of the Muskie Compendium books that Larry Ramsell wrote, but those I want to like. I'm talking front page to back page.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like, are you a nonfiction guy, fiction guy?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Because I look, I've probably read since college or since high school, I should say. I've
This
probably
is such a
read
bullshit
I've
answer
probably read
already.
three, 4 books, and
What books?
they've all been nonfiction. I read like some biographies, some couple golf books.
Uh,
So they're all
There
like
you go.
something I can learn from. Like if I'm gonna suffer
Sure.
through the pain of turning pages, I'm gonna be able to learn something.
Yeah,
Take something
yeah.
away.
I
mean,
could
there's
see
some
myself.
pretty good
Go ahead,
musky
Phil.
books out there that are good reads, you know.
Yeah,
I
well,
If you
I
pick
read
up
Time
like
on the Water and
if you pick up like
could
Muskie
not wait
Suck
for
by
that book
Pete
to be
Mena,
done.
like that's actually fun. It's kind of a fun little. It's not tough, you know.
I might have missed the point of Time on the Water, and I'm glad I read it, but man, that book was really depressing.
Time on the Water is tougher than yeah, it's a good book. It's kind of it's a classic, but like literally it's just like, well, I took off a whole year and fished a whole season. I didn't really catch a big one. That's the whole story. Spoiler alert on that. That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Quit my
He didn't
job and
work
move
for a
my
whole year and
wife
he
to the
didn't
North
catch a big one.
Woods. Moved from California,
it's
and I'm
cool
not
the
very good.
culture of it. Like you hear about like Joe Booker and back in the day, and like
Yeah.
the fish getting brought into Boulder Junction, and like if you go to that area, it's a neat book to read and think about like the way the culture was back at that time. But at the end of the day, it's not a happy story. There's no happy ending there. It's like
No, you keep reading it thinking like, okay, this is the
I
week the
can't wait
guy's
for
gonna
the
get the
big
big
reveal,
one,
and it
and
doesn't.
yeah,
It's like my tournament story. It just didn't. Nothing happened. But
yeah. I do
no,
really like reading the old Muskie books. I have read a good amount of like old Muskie literature, and it is funny, like the people talk about social media and stuff these days, and granted it is it flies off the rails. It's a bit of a cesspool, but
of course.
like the shit that was going on back in the day, it wasn't much better. I mean, it just wasn't online. You know what I mean? I mean, those guys were beefing. I mean, they
You
were
spend 8 hours in the boat with Rich from Wausau, and he'll tell you some
they
stories.
weren't all freaking best buds holding hands going fishing together every day. I tell you that much.
No, that's true for sure.
I
But
mean,
if you want a good, if you want to put some W's on the board right away, order Muskies Suck by Pete Mena and breeze through that one. That you can check one off the list right away. That's a good read. It's fun. It kind of talks about like the progression of how people get into muskie fishing, and you get kind of caught up in it and like the different steps. It's a pretty neat book. It's good. It's a good read for sure. That can get you a W on the board right away. That can get you kicked off for your goals if you want to do that right
I
away.
appreciate the suggestion. Yeah, I will. I'll keep you guys posted when we finish
Nice.
one.
Can't
So
can't wait.
yeah, I'm motivated. I'm ready. So it's
You
gonna
could
be.
honestly, you might be able to check off like the almost buy a boat thing, like, or be a good start is to go to one of these winter boat shows and actually sit in them, take some pictures with your sunglasses on, send them to us. We can say yay or nay. That's a good way to get hands on.
Yeah, look, I understand it's not the best resolution to have, right? But I'm just, like I said, I'm
I get
just
what you're
trying to
getting
get
at.
the wheels spinning
Yeah.
on the boat
I
front.
like it, and I mean it's a better plan than what I had. I bought my first Ranger boat, like a glass 21 footer, when I lived in my friend's garage. So you're on the right track compared to what I've been doing with my life. So I feel like it's not a bad goal, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have the rainy day fund set up for it. It's just, I gotta understand what that looks like living in a city, owning a boat,
Right.
So we'll get there though. We'll get there. But anything I guess I don't know, guys. I mean, where do we go from here? I mean, we're probably running on a good 2 hours almost now on the pod.
You guys got anything for shows that you're fired up about yet? I mean, it's early, but
Absolutely. Yeah, actually there was something I totally didn't even bring up in the intro that I was meaning to. I will a few more times for sure, but when this pod drops, there's a new Huntsy tail coming out, Huntsy tail
ooh,
color called Muskies on Tap Moon Man.
Whoa.
I was just listening to that last episode. Brian was hating on that too. What the hell's up with that?
There was
I got
some
a sneak peek of that.
creative
That sucker looks cool,
There's
man.
there
there's a
was some
few
creative
uh-huh.
differences.
Yeah.
Criminy.
We
So
had some
Kyle
Can't
conflicting
please this guy.
opinions.
Kyle Hunsader reached out and was like, "Let's get a Muskies on Tap color." We were like, "Okay."
Brilliant.
Immediately brought Brian and Max into the picture. Mostly Brian said, "Get the creative juices flowing." First idea that Brian got, immediately shot that thing down because it was the most outrageous bucktail ever. Which, granted, it accomplished what you wanted, where we want something kind of different, something kind of out there. But I don't think a musk. I mean.
I really want to
Dog.
know what that is now,
Dog.
honestly.
You
But
don't think a muskie? I
I
caught
don't
one
think
in like
anybody would
5
buy it.
casts on a pink and purple one this year. I
he's
mean, come
not.
on.
Nobody
He's
would
not
buy
trying to
it.
catch muskies, Brian. He's trying to catch customers.
Yes.
hmm
And you
Brian
know
didn't
how you
have that
do
in
that?
mind.
A distinguishable
Brian,
bucktail, something that looks unique and
you
new.
know, you
Fastball's
know, you
down the
brought
middle,
up
buddy.
Brian, you know, you brought up that pink and purple bucktail. There's a reason that was a custom that you had to make specifically, and it's not a color that's on the
And it
Muskie Man
worked.
website.
And it worked.
That's
That's just something
fair.
for you to
For
keep in
one
your pocket,
Muskie.
though. That's not everybody's not going to buy that.
Yeah.
But either
Well,
way,
hey, we'll see. Look,
soup.
I hope a lot of people don't have this Moon Man boat. I really do. Hopefully, it fills that void for people, that gapage in their box. We'll find out.
Brian's hating because it's just like a perfectly awesome color that can
Yeah,
work
it's a great
everywhere.
color. It's a solid, it's what I wish Brian was. It's a lunch pail glue guy bucktail
That's really what
shows
it
up
is.
every
You're
day and
right.
does what it's supposed to do.
It
It's
looks
what I
like a
wish
moon
Brian
man.
was, is what it is exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like a Moon Man beer. Not to tip it off too much, but
That's fine. It comes out when we drop this, so
there you go. So if you ever
it
drank a Moon
literally,
Man from a can, you know what the bucktail looks like.
Yeah.
which is great, musky catching colors. So
Mhm.
Huntsy Tails will be at Chicago and Wausau show. So find them there.
Speaking of Wausau show, you're going to be speaking at Wausau again, Gus. Am I right?
You are correct. Do you want to
You
MC
moderating?
again?
I'm moderating one on Saturday already. Actually, my booking has been made for the
We're on Friday.
for the panel. We're doing a panel on Saturday with it's going to be a release 'em right type panel. It's going to be kind of a Titletown sanction type thing, and we're going to do at 2:00 on Saturday. We got Taylor and Sterling King and another guy. Hold on, sorry, River guy. I know him, but I didn't. Let's see here. It is going to be. Oh, Brad Wirt. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I suck. Sorry. Brad Wirt, Sterling King, and Taylor Flannery. And then Jason Bregeman, our Green Bay biologist, is also going to be a part of that panel. It's basically going to be what we do with our Titletown booth, like talking about releasing fish and handling them. And I'm sure Jason's going to talk about some pit tagging stuff. I know Taylor and Sterling are both involved in the pit tagging stuff. And then yeah, should be cool. We did a panel like that back in 2020. And so we're gonna kind of revisit that again. That we're gonna do that on Saturday at Wausau.
When's the bait swap?
Saturday night.
Mm.
Saturday night after the show. It's usually like 6:30,
7.
like
Yeah.
Might have to get a hotel room this year.
Yeah, you can't leave. That's the
That's
best
all.
part. You gotta stay
That's on
after
you then,
hours.
Brian.
I
You already
know.
told us that. You already told me that we're not, and I did not get you one. So
Yeah.
just throw it on the
You
Mott
I'll
tab.
think about
What are you
it.
gonna go? Just go to the show and drive home after?
That's what I did the last 2 years. Yeah.
I did that last year too. It sucked.
I know.
I
That's the
totally
not
missed
fun
Kyle
way.
Fregis, which also I wanted to bring up. I wanted to go down the road and see what you guys have for odds on the beer shotgunning competition that is set up for Wausau. I'm not sure necessarily it's going to be Brady Martz, Kyle Fregis, and a representative from Green Bay. It could be me. It could be a ringer if I can get somebody else to do it. But that was something that was brought up on the hunks. And because basically Brady Martz and Kyle were going to talk about it and wanted to do a beer shotgunning competition. I said we need to have a representative from Green Bay because that's kind of our thing here. So.
East versus Central. Couple questions on that. Is this going to be like a best of series, or is it just like one and done, winner takes all?
7-game series.
Like a
I'd love to
64-man
see it.
bracket.
I'd like to see more of like the long run of this. Like I've seen people shotgun, but like, I mean, if you guys are all talk, I think do a couple.
I mean, I do best 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, but I don't think it needs to be anything more than that. I think it was supposed to be one and done, but
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter.
No.
Or just do a 24-ouncer.
Case race? Yeah.
Not a
No.
case race. So let's not be
Jesus.
silly. Come on
24
now.
ouncer, not
It's a shotgunning competition, not a beer drinking competition.
Case race that starts at 6 a.m. on the Wausau show.
I gotta tell you, like I was pretty humble. I came with my hat in my hand to the hunks talking about Brady. I've seen that guy crack a beer before the show starts on Saturday and Sunday morning. So I just said I wanted representation. I didn't say I was gonna win, but I just want to know what you guys think as far as whether it's one beer or 3 or whatever. I think one is really you got to step up 10 toes on on business and just shotgun a beer and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Those PA guys are just Wisconsin guys with funny accents.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked. Like I said, I didn't know. Like Nate Budd, that guy rules. And I mean Brady, I saw that guy and I was like, besides looking Amish and talking funny, this guy's just one of us, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been born in Swamico for all we know.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah.
Swamico.
All right, fellas, any final thoughts to end the first pod of 2026?
We covered a lot. I think we're pretty solid here. Phil, Michael, anything to add on this year? Or from last year?
Before we head out, I'll do a shameless plug. We're doing our Titletown banquet April 3rd, Stadium View in Green Bay. You can't walk in and buy a ticket. You gotta send in ahead of time. So we usually have a bunch of guide trips to raffle. We have a lot of good baits. We have all sorts of non-musky stuff as well. So if you're in the Green Bay area, or even if you're not, April 3rd, Stadium View. If you don't have Facebook, you can reach out to me or Kyle Hunsader, and we'll get you the info. But we're going to have a lot of info coming up on that on our Titletown Muskies Inc. website, or I should say Facebook page. But yeah, the banquet's always a good time. Gus, you've been there.
I have, yes. I was just gonna add that your banquet is awesome. It's really well done. A lot of stuff that you can win there. Great food, great venue. And another thing I want to say that just to kind of add to it for people, for a banquet like that, Muskies Inc., you do not need to be a member of the Titletown Muskies Inc. to go
Yeah.
there. I
Don't
am
have
not
to
a
be a member of
titles.
Muskies Inc. at all. You can just come and
Yep, that
we have
too.
like coach purses. We have all sorts of, booze baskets, gift certificates. We have, if you never musky fish in your life, you can still come to the banquet and have a good meal and have a good time. So we got
Absolutely.
a little bit for everybody there. April
Yeah.
3rd, Stadium View.
That sounds great. Yeah, because I get a question a lot too on speaking at a Muskies Inc. Like monthly meeting. Everyone always asks like, do I have to be a member? Do I have to be a member of that chapter? And it's always just no, don't need to be a member.
Right.
Don't need to at all. You can show up to any meeting without telling them at any time. I think most places are like the first Mondays of the month or first Wednesdays of the month. That's like typical meetings for chapters.
Yeah, as
but
long as you brought that up too, we have a great lineup for speakers at Titletown this year as well. We have Kyle Tokarski off the bat, Green Bay Hammer, absolutely beast on Green Bay. Kyle Tokarski, he's going to be there second Wednesday of every month. So we got Kyle in January. We got a friend of the show, obviously, the myth, the legend, Taylor Flannery, coming in February. We have Rich Reinhardt coming in March. And then Ryan McMahon, huge pull there. We got him coming in April.
That'll
And
be
so
great.
we got a really good off season lined up for speakers at Titletown. So again, that's Green Bay Yacht Club. That's right by the Metro Boat Launch. If you've ever fished in Green Bay, you probably know where that is. Right by Smokies on the Bay. So again, shameless plug, but second Wednesday of the month, we got great speakers coming up at Titletown as well.
awesome. Right on.
Cool.
Michael, anything going on this winter other than some ice fishing, maybe some golf simulators?
No, not really. Just kind of get my ducks in a row and getting ready for this upcoming season. So,
You and Chubbs Peterson going to be working on your putting a little bit?
hmm?
You and Chubbs Peterson going to be working on your putting a little bit?
Sheldon Peterson.
It's all what?
Tap it in.
Who's Chubbs Peterson? Happy
Oh,
Gilmore.
Chubbs. I thought you said
Chubbs.
Chubbs Peterson.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I'm not
It's all
sure.
in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Yeah, my hips are shot.
That's awesome. Well, if you got some openings and whatnot for this next year, Michael, let the peeps know how they can get a hold of you, where they can reach you at.
Yeah, you can reach me on my cell phone, 608-695-9073. If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail. I get tons of spam calls, so if you're not in my phone, it automatically goes to voicemail. If you don't leave a voicemail, I will not call you back. Otherwise, you can reach me on my socials or whatnot, at MuskieHunter21 or on Facebook.
Sweet. Right
Michael,
on.
will you come down and troll Green Bay with us this fall?
What's that?
Will you come down and troll Green Bay with us this fall?
I know I should. Well, you guys got to call me and let me know and get a bug in my ear. Otherwise, I'm going to get busy.
Sounds like a Brian answer. I don't
I was
know.
gonna
It sounds
say,
pretty
like, whoa,
useless.
whoa, whoa, whoa. It sounds like
Yeah,
he's
I'm
in the
going
same
fishing
boat.
again. Do you want to come? You called me yesterday, so
Yeah, I was pretty swamped in September, October last
that's
year.
good. Hey, that's good, buddy. But I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not a bad thing by any means. So most of my
but if you got
traveling
a day,
was west. What's that?
I said, but if you got a day, we could try to make something happen.
Yeah, well, I've invited you to catch a fish on a sucker every time you come up here to go deer hunting, you
I've
little
been trying to
bozo.
shoot deer, buddy. By the way, for those of you that deer hunt, insider tip, muskies on tap hat got me. I shot my buck wearing that this year, so that's pretty sweet.
Wow.
Up in my neck of
Yeah.
the woods?
Yeah, and you're
Awesome.
where I yeah
Oh,
up
and so
by
what did
Chris.
you do after you shot your buck? Oh, you failed to call Michael Hanson to go catch a 30-plus
That's
pounder.
crazy.
I got real drunk and stayed up all night.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's good.
Oh, well. You come up and fish with me in the fall, maybe I'll come fish with you
All
on the
right,
bay.
all right, bet as the kids say.
The bay's cool. The bay just
I
makes me
bet.
mad. The bay don't like me.
I bet.
I bet. Talk to you later on that. Well, thank you boys both for coming on the pod tonight, bringing in the New Year's, starting off hot, New Year's resolutions, goals, whatever you want to call them. But that was good. I'm glad we got that done early this year, not late February like last year. So it'll be a little easier to find when we're trying to recap after this year. So. But anyways, for us, Muskies on Tap, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Suggs Fishing, my guide service on Instagram and Facebook, and www.sugsfishing.com. Other than that, if you guys got nothing else to add, Brian, take us away.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Muskies on Tap. Shout out to Phil Stodola and Michael Hanson for coming on tonight. First pot of the new year, 2026. Big things ahead, guys. Filled it full of goals. Can't remember them all. Hopefully, I can remember mine by the time we hang up here. But I will say this: Jordan Spieth winning a major this year. Phil's probably going to get one on a diving rise. Not too sure yet. One of his 3 fish for sure. And Michael not leaving any harnesses down in Muskie's stomachs this year. Calling it now. Early projection. And then coming up here pretty quick, your Indiana Hoosiers making a run at the national championship could be one of the greatest stories in all of sports history if they're able to turn around this program and win the national championship. Stay tuned on that. I got Indiana and Ole Miss meeting in the final. I'll say Indiana beats Ole Miss 31-27. Hell of a game. Peace.